to his knees to try to catch that one, and the ball hit short of him and fell incomplete. So Clark County to punt. Let's see if the Bulldogs try to put some pressure on him. Nope, we're going to set up the return. So it's going to be kicked over here to the left. They're trying to kick it away from Dixon. This one's going to take a weird hop. He's going to pick it up, try to get some yardage. Oh, he does. He gets a good block at the 40, 50. He may be gone. He's got 2 blockers in front of him, 30, 20. He's going to cut it back at the 10, at the 5. Touchdown, Troy Dixon. What a great block by Forbes Sermon back here at the 38-yard line. He laid the the defender out, and Dixon takes it 65 yards for the touchdown. Bulldogs up 20-0.
Well, you got to give 3 people credit there. Forbes Sermon on the initial block, and then Juwan McDowell down here making a great block, and Sam Petway. Yep. That's exactly right. And boy, it's good to see Sam being aggressive as a defensive player. That kid may not get up right there for a while. He got KO'd, and that's
that first block on the return where he's looking at the return man, and he turns his head, and right as Forbes Sermon laid him out. One of those blocks that you see. But a good job by Sam and Juwan down the field because they get the safety down at about the 10-yard line. Dixon makes 1 and 2 little moves there and works his way into the end zone. So the young man for Clark County is up, and he's trying to count his stars right now as he walks off the field. 6:37 to go here in the second quarter. The Bulldogs are going to threaten to put this one away early here in the second quarter.
And the kicking game plays a major role in that. I mean, it's
and they're doing their best to kick it away from Troy back here. And the Bulldogs are just setting up the return to whichever side they're kicking it to. He picked that one up on the back hop. It kind of took a little backspin on him, picked it up, and was off to the races.
And we had the wall set up over here on the other side. Yeah. And so Forbes turns back around and peels back and makes a block. Great job.
Tom Taylor to kick the extra point. It is up, and it is good. So 21-0, 6:37 to go here in the second quarter. The Bulldogs of UMS-Wright over the Bulldogs of Clark County. So we'll stay right here for this break. Coach, homecoming week here at UMS-Wright. Let's take a minute to we're going to meet most of the court, the homecoming court here at halftime, but we want to congratulate Mary Shannon Wells, homecoming queen here for UMS-Wright, and TJ Dixon. Mr. Hero.
Mr. Hero. Well, that's a big honor now that, the lower school kids vote on that, and that's something that is something that's really big among the seniors. They take a lot of pride in that, and those kids vote on those on Mr. Hero. Yep. And it's really a big deal.
The lower school kids do all the voting. The seniors have to go and talk to them at the pep rally the week before, and they introduce themselves to them and try to politic a little bit for them, and it's usually a pretty interesting speech they give. So TJ Dixon comes out on top of the Mr. Hero selection. And it's funny to listen to the lower school kids decide who they're going to vote for. Now, they used to do it, and I don't know if you were here, they used to do it by they'd had to bring in their pennies.
Right.
And fill the jars, and they don't do that anymore. Yeah. But Mary Shannon Wells, our homecoming queen here at UMS-Wright for 2012, congratulations to her and her family. Here's the kickoff by Tom Taylor. It's going to go touchback. That's our first touchback now in a little while for the Bulldogs.
You notice these guys on the kicks, they're kind of getting fumbly fingers.
Yeah.
And that's what happens when you're aggressive and you really hit people the way you're supposed to hit them. And they're thinking about getting hit.
The difference is we're 7 weeks into the season now.
Yeah.
And I think we're seeing a different level of confidence by the Bulldog, by UMS-Wright, as the weeks go on. We're playing a little better defensively now. Offense is clicking a little bit better. Special teams are making some things happen, and we're starting to hit some people in the mouth.
Well, and it all goes to confidence. You said it. That's what it is. It's all about confidence, and the kids got confidence in what they're doing.
You got to learn how to play together. You got to learn what kind of team you have. So Harvey, the quarterback's in the shotgun formation. He's going to show 2 receivers to the right. They're going to give it to the back off the right side. He's going to make a nice cut. He's up across the 25, out across the 30. It's going to be close to a first down out to the 31-yard line. They had him hemmed up out there on the right side. He makes a cut back inside, and he's going to get a first down.
Well, they're back in that in a trap scheme, and Thomas Aturbe over on that side goes upfield there, and a young lineman, he goes upfield and he gets trapped, and they get a block on a linebacker, and they got a big play.
So now they got a tight end formation, shotgun now. He's going to look out here in the flat, throw a quick hitch out at the 30. It's going to be complete. Juwan McDowell's going to come up and grab hold and wait for everybody to help. And there's number 60 out there, Thomas Aturbe out there to help with Christian Pearsall making that play.
Yeah, he came all the way from his defensive end position on the other side of the field to make that play. Juwan McDowell did a good job tying him up. He's got to make that tackle now. He's right there to make it.
Give him, no gain on the play. Bring up 2nd and 10 from the 31-yard line.
Did you see what they did there? They pulled both the backside guard and tackle the other way and throw the bubble out here.
Out to the left.
Yeah, out to the left. That's a unique
little disguise, their little trickery. Trickeration. Tight end to the left. Fullback going to go in motion from left to right. Going to roll to the right, going to hit the curl route at about the 40-yard line. He's going to sit down there where the Bulldogs, Sam Petway. There's George Williams are going to make the tackle. Let's see, the referee on the other side is going to mark it at about the 40.5-yard line. Let's see what we get. It's going to be close for a first down.
I don't think he made it, but they're going to give it to him. But that's over close to their sideline. They get the benefit of the doubt.
Yep, 1st and 10 for Clark County. On the little curl route, the quarterback Harvey's going to roll to his right there and hit that curl route to the inside. Catch. Good job by the Bulldogs gang tackling there. Not going to let that turn into a big play.
Forbes Sermon comes back in. Thomas Turbay's out, man. You got Pearsall and Sermon and Powell up front.
Here's the back off the right side. This time he's going to cut it up, and we're going to get a holding call out there on I think that was Tiff Lyons out there. That back's going to cut it up. He's into UMS-Wright territory, actually all the way down to about the 47 or 48.
They called a chop block.
So the guy came from the outside the box and chopped.
But they called it on us.
Oh,
now,
really?
That's unique.
So they're saying then Tiff Lyons came in and blew him up low.
Right.
I didn't know that was illegal in high school ball.
You know, it used to not be when we ran the wishbone and all that, but that's.
So they're going to tack it onto the end of the run.
What's this?
The returner got all the way to the 47-yard line of UMS-Wright. They're going to tack 15 more onto that. And that's going to take the ball all the way down to the 32 or 33-yard line.
I don't understand that call.
I don't either.
I really don't. I don't understand.
The defender's coming up and blowing up the pulling guard out there, and they're going to call him for an illegal chop.
You know, you teach them to wrong arm them and to get into their legs, and that's.
1st and 10 for Clark County. There's the same play. They're pulling both guards on that side. Now we're going to get a flag on the play on this time. On this side, I think they were in motion. But their back leans every play. Every play he's leaning.
Right.
And they should call illegal procedure every time. So they are going to call illegal procedure on Clark County. So that'll take the ball back to the 37-yard line. Bring up 1st and 15 as we come up on 4:35 to go here in the second quarter.
You know, they've really done a good job when they run what we call the spot pass. They just run that split end out there and run him into the dead spot in the zone, and you pick up 8 or 9 yards. It's tough to defend, I'm going to tell you, especially when you flood the zone over there.
But they're having success now running to their right, our left side, and pulling both guards.
Right.
And now they're going to line the fullback up kind of they're way off the line of scrimmage on that side. That's probably what UMS is yelling for over here. They're going to give it to the second back. He's going to cut it back all the way to the left side, take it across the 35, down to about the 31-yard line, bring up second down and about 8.
Well, I noticed the PA announcer gave it to Christian Pearsall, and he was in on the tackle, but Kyle Pugh's the one that made that tackle. His initial stop was made by Kyle Pugh.
So 2nd and 8, now the ball sitting at the 31-yard line of UMS-Wright. Clark County in again in shotgun formation. Quarterback's looking out in the flat, and he's going to throw it late back in the middle. Tried to hit the curl route inside. It goes right through KJ Treywick's hands, and Tyler Beard missed it out there. It's going to fall incomplete, bring up 3rd and 8.
Really went through 3 of them.
Yeah.
You look at it, it went through Kyle Pugh, it went through KJ, and then it went through Beard. So we had the triple look at that interception, and it just didn't seem to fit into our hands there.
That's why they play defense, guys.
That's exactly right.
3rd and 8. Ball resting at the 31-yard line.
And this is 2-down territory. You know for sure. You're down 21-0. You're certainly going inside your 30. You're going to go for it.
High snap. Harvey's going to look down the field. He's going to throw a deep fade route down the left side. He's got a receiver. Nope, they're not going to call it, but it goes deep to the inside. Actually, he tried to pull him to the inside with that. It's going to fall incomplete in the end zone. The receiver there, number 8 for Clark County, that's Xavier Burden. He's listed at 6'2", up against Juwan McDowell, the right cornerback for UMS-Wright. He had him beat on the out and up, but the pass is going to fall incomplete, bring up 4th and long.
Well, that's the ball that's got to be thrown over that shoulder there, and the only person that can catch it is the receiver. But I'm going to tell you, Juwan did a great job there. I don't know how he got away with that one.
3 receivers go wide right, shotgun formation. Harvey's going to look to his right. He's going to roll that way. Going to try to hurry out route. He does over in the right flat. They're going to call it complete. They are right at about the 20-yard line. That'll be first down for Clark County with 3:31 to go here in the second quarter.
That's a good job by the quarterback. Rolled it to his right, and he throws a strike to the receiver right on his numbers. about 1 yard past the first down marker. And that's a tough throw.
Yeah, that was number 11, Ja'Cory Snell, the receiver out there. Just ran a little out route, sat down on the sidelines, catches the ball, steps out of bounds. I'm not sure why the clock's running, but we'll take it. The play was out of bounds, but that's fine. Here's the back on the delayed handoff, and good job. Hamilton Phillips comes and gets the pressure on him. Going to take him down in the backfield. Loss of 2 back to the 22-yard line, bring up 2nd and 12.
I'm going to tell you, if you're watching film on Huddle or whatever you're watching, these coaches watch, if number 3's on the field, you better get a hat on.
And now he's lined up at an outside linebacker position, so odds are he's coming.
Yeah, to the field, too.
Yeah, to the field side. And so Clark County's going to bring 4 receivers back into the game. Going to go trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. They're looking over to the sidelines to get their play. 2:40 to go here as we come up on halftime. Shotgun formation. Going to throw it out here in the flat, and it's going to be caught. And down to about the 13-yard line, the completed pass. That's going to be short of the first down, though.
You know, this will give them a lot of momentum going in at halftime. If they sneak one in here, go in 21-7. That's something we want to try to keep them out of the end zone here. We don't want to give them any momentum going in at half.
Let's mark it at the 13-yard line, left hash, bring up 3rd and about 4 for Clark County. They're taking up a lot of time here. I would think they would either call a timeout or be a little quicker. Bunch trips to the right, shotgun formation. Going to hit the delay, going to look out in the flat. No, the quarterback's going to have to cut it up inside. He's going to be taken down there. That's going to be close to a sack. Let's call it no gain on the play, bring up 4th down, and Clark County's going to take a timeout. So a good job by the Bulldog defense that time, not letting the quarterback get out to the right. They had that bunch set up, tried to flood out in the flat and hook somebody up in the inside. A good defensive play there by UMS-Wright.
Guess who was there?
Hamilton Phillips.
That's exactly right. I'll tell you right now.
All right, quick timeout here. Let's take one at Cooper Stadium. The score, UMS-Wright 21, Clark County 0. You're listening to the Bulldog Radio Network here on News Radio 710.
UMS-Wright takes over. 1st and 10 from their own 13-yard line.
All right, Clark County's going to go for it on 4th down. They try to run a double move out here on the left sidelines. It's the same play they ran a little earlier. Quarterback throws it up deep in the end zone. Juwan McDowell with a great defensive play for UMS-Wright. Going to knock that ball down, and UMS-Wright will take over on downs.
All right, now, Todd, this is a great chance for us to work our 2-minute offense.
Yep, let's see what Terry's going to do here. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. We're going to run the counter back to the left side. Going to be hitting the backfield. They had 8 in the box that time, and going to stuff Troy there at about the 14. Going to lose one on the play, bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, we're not in any hurry here, so we're not in 2-minute mode, because if we're in 2-minute mode, we'd be under the center. So that's
come up on 1:10 to go here at halftime. Good job right there by the Bulldogs defense on the 4th down play. They ran the same play twice. That's the same play they ran earlier, and it didn't work earlier, and Juwan did a good job. They're testing really what I would consider probably our top defensive back out there.
He's going to try to throw something deep here. I just
DeAndre Smith going to go in motion from left to right, and we're going to run toss sweep to the right. Dixon's going to cut it outside to the 20. He's out across the 25. Let's give him the 27-yard line. 1st down, that should be right there. Just going to stop the clock. Let's see if the Bulldogs hurry up and get lined up.
I'm surprised. I really am.
They're going to wind the clock, 40 seconds to go. Let's see if Terry takes one shot. He may be happy to go in here 21-0. Two receivers going to go wide left, I formation. Yep. Play action pass here. Gunner's going to look down the field. He's going to hit the end route here to T.J. Dixon. He's going to catch the ball at about the 43 and be popped right there, but he's going to hold on, and that's going to stop the clock as they move the change for a first down all the way out to the 43-yard line.
Well, I'm going to tell you, he took a good lick right there. He drug all the way across the field. And boy, he's hurting.
Well, yeah, he took that one right in the ribs because he had to go up to get that pass. That was a little high throw there by Gunner Roach, but good job right there by T.J. Dixon to hang on to that pass out to the 47-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10. UMS-Wright's going to take this timeout. See if we can't get in field goal position.
Well, and we've got one timeout left. If I'm not mistaken, we've got one left. We got two left. Okay, we've got two timeouts left.
Yeah, they took the other timeout. We didn't take one yet. So
well, Sarah's on the ball over there.
And our statistician back here says Troy has broken the 1,000-yard mark tonight. He's had his over. Does he have 100 yards yet tonight? Yes. So he 104 already in the first half for Troy Dixon, tailback for UMS-Wright. So he's over the 1,000-yard mark for the season. And his brother TJ just caught that ball. I know TJ'd like to get close to. He came into tonight's game with close to 500 yards receiving. So
I'm gonna tell you, they got a young brother that's gonna be a good player too. He plays on our 7th grade team, and Trez is a really good little player. Now we've had to make a change at center now.
Christian Hollinghhead comes off the field. They're kind of looking at his ankle there on the sidelines, and in the game is number 55, Andrew Howe. Nope, 57 is going to go to center. Put Gus at center and put Howe at right guard. So here goes Dixon in motion from right to left. 3 receivers to the left. Gunner's going to roll to his left. He's going to look, and he's going to hold it and then try to hit Brent Patterson on the underneath route late across the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Good defense right there by Clark County. They had the out route by Bobby Guthins covered. They kind of knew Troy was going to try to run the deep corner route. They had him double teamed. There's nowhere to go with Gunner Roach on that one.
Well, he'll try one more
deep down the middle.
Deep down the middle, yeah. Then he'll just run the clock out. He's
in the game. Number 6, Richard Pipkins brings the play in. Bobby Guthins is going to come out. That means we'll leave the tight end in there, Brent Patterson.
Trying to see who we put in there for Hollinghhead.
We've got number 55
at right
in the
guard.
game.
There you go.
Yeah, at right guard. That's Andrew Howell in the game.
Yeah.
Here goes Dixon in motion from right to left. Gunner's going to run play action to the right, and he's going to get. Yep, he had the throw back, but he's going to get pressure and he's going to get sacked. So I think that's going to take us to the half that time. And we got some extracurricular going on out. But we had Troy Dixon swinging out of the backfield on the throwback, and we would have had it. But Gunner Roach is going to get some pressure right there. So, but a good first half right there for UMS-Wright. Did a good job in the second quarter, put 21 points on the board. The defense did a good job with a stance down in the red zone, and Terry Curtis won't be too unhappy with that first half.
No, the kicking game really was a difference in that half, too. You get 2 big returns right there by Dixon, and it really makes a difference here. Now we get into the fun part for all the moms and the dads and everybody. It really is. I mean, and homecoming around here is a big deal.
It is.
It's something that, we take a lot of pride in here, and all the students really get involved with it. So it's
that's not a good sign, Coach. They're helping Christian Hollinghhead off the field. So
no, that's not good.
All right, it's halftime here at UMS-Wright. Cooper Stadium, the score, UMS-Wright 21, Clark County 0. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back here with Coach Jimbo Tolbert, head basketball coach of UMS-Wright, talk a little bit about the upcoming high school season here at halftime. You're listening to the Bulldog Radio Network here on News Radio 710 and NewsRadio710.com. 0. We've got the homecoming festivities out on the field right now. Azalea Trailmaid Emily Layton Bell and Azalea Trailmaid Caitlin Marie Grafton on the field for UMS-Wright as they're going to introduce the homecoming court. Some quick first half stats right there. Gunnar Roach 3 for 5 on the night, or 3 for 6 on the night for 37 yards. Rushing, Troy Dixon, 104 yards on 10 attempts, so a good first half right there for Troy Dixon. So let me real quick kind of go over who the homecoming candidates are and how that all worked. We had representing the freshman class out there tonight, Brianna Ashley Admire and Reka Marie Berry representing the freshman class. Representing the sophomore class was Sarah Hood McLear, Kristen Kayla Turk. Junior class, Samantha Craver, Kelly Catherine Lassiter, Catherine Elizabeth Lee, and our senior class representatives were Maya Broughton, Sophia Costello, Molly Maples, and Fallon Reedy. And as we said earlier, our homecoming queen, congratulations to Mary Shannon Wells. So we want to congratulate all the homecoming court here at UMS-Wright. Score here at halftime, UMS-Wright 21, Clark County 0. Let's take a break. We've got Fox News and the NASCAR report coming up along with the Dow Jones Money Report. So stay right there. We'll be back in just a few minutes. You're listening to Bulldog Radio Network here on News Radio 710 and newsradio710.com.
which may be found on page 20 of tonight's program. The alma mater will be led this evening by the UMS-Wright Chorale.
All right, we're back here at Cooper Stadium. Halftime score, UMS-Wright 21, Clark County 0. The Bulldog Marching Band entertaining the crowd here at halftime after the presentation of the homecoming court. And joining us here in the booth, UMS-Wright head basketball coach Jimbo Tolbert. Jimbo, welcome.
Good evening. How are you?
Good. How are you,
good,
Coach?
Good.
How the basketball team had a tailgate tonight? How'd things go?
From what I understand, we had sold about 120 dinners, which is about par for what all the other teams are doing. So can't complain about that.
No, you got to thank Neighbors Chicken and Seafood.
Neighbors Chicken. They did it right tonight.
Well, that's good. That's good. And next week, I think the baseball team has one, and they'll have Orleans Po' Boy and seafood. So that'll be another good one. If you've never been to a UMS-Wright tailgate party, come on out, buy you a dinner, and come out before the game and eat. It's always good food. All right, Jimbo, let's talk a little basketball. It's hard to believe it's October, Monday. You're starting.
Monday, 1 o'clock. It's an off day for school, so we will be able to focus completely and 100% on basketball. And I didn't think it'd get here, but before I could blink an eye, it's here.
It's hard to believe we're in week 7 of football season and basketball season already getting underway. And this will be your third year here at UMS-Wright. And I guess players have had a chance to get used to you. You've had a chance to get used to the players. Seeing anything different?
No, well, obviously the experience.
Yeah.
That's the biggest difference. That's what excites me about this year's team is there's 7 seniors returning, all of which have been in the program ever since I've been here, and they know my tendencies and they know what I expect. And we've got a chance to be pretty good this year. Barring injury and obviously everybody buying in.
Yeah, everybody's always got to buy in, and then just like Coach Cleveland and I were talking about, it's taken 5 or 6 weeks here for the UMS-Wright football team to learn to play together as a team, and we're getting better, showing a little conference. Same things happens in basketball.
No question. It's chemistry and continuity is probably the biggest key in the basketball game, in any game really.
Yeah.
And once those teams find that continuity or chemistry, it takes you a long, long way.
Well, I know, and having get to talk to you the last few years about basketball, stressing defense, and that's where the kids really have to buy in.
Well, I agree with that, and that's something that after my first year, me and my coaches, we looked at and said, hey, we've got to sell out on the defensive end, and we started doing that last year, and again, going into Monday, we will stress it again. And like they say, defense wins championships. But again, those 7 seniors and the 4 underclassmen that we have, they understand that, and they know what it's going to take. Talk
a little bit about the 7 seniors, who they are, and what you're expecting out of them this season.
Well, we returned two of our leading scorers from last year, Trey Finland and Stephen Hyde. Trey Finland was our team MVP last year as a junior, just barely squeaking by Stephen Hyde. But Trey is he's the guy that everybody's going to look for, to lead this team and to step up and have a good night on both ends of the floor every night. Stephen shot 41% from the three-point line for the year, which is a extraordinary number. But I think, teams will start to, kind of hone in on him and know where he's at all times, which is going to open up the floor for some of our younger guys, like a Blake Admire, who's in the 10th grade, and Jalen Jones, who is obviously injured for our football team right now. But, we've got some good guys to kind of back those 7 seniors up. But John Murphy Cottrell, he can kind of do it all inside, outside, along with some of our bigger guys like Emerson Major and Patrick Huddleman. Patrick Huddleman, I think, I don't think he understands how good he can be, but he is probably the most athletic person on our team, and once he finishes with the cross-country team, we'll have him back. He'll only miss that first game.
Yeah, and let's talk a little bit about that schedule, that first game, and my daughter plays in the women's program. The men's and the women's kind of play on the same nights, but I know the girls are opening up at a tournament out in Baker, and you're still opening, I believe that's November 8th, is it not?
November 8th, Thursday night. It'll be the Thursday night before the first round of the football playoffs. And, I don't like to jump into a whole lot of things early, obviously, because, with the success of the football team, you're not real sure when you're going to get them. And, hopefully we won't get them until, December 5th.
Right.
But, whatever happens there. But, we're going to start with McGill-Tulane on that Thursday night at our house. So I would hope to have a great crowd for that opening game, and that'll just kind of set a bar there, and we'll go on into Thanksgiving, and we'll take our kids down to Foley for a Thanksgiving tournament.
Yeah, you only play 2 times, I believe, before the Foley tournament. Is that
right?
Yeah,
well, we're still working it out with Fairhope,
okay.
but definitely McGill's in there, and we'll see how the Fairhope thing works out.
So you go to Foley over the Thanksgiving break, and then I look ahead at the schedule. You're going to Aliceville, I believe. Is that right?
Albertville.
I'm sorry, Albertville.
Marshall County. My father is from Albertville, Alabama, and I've still got a bunch of family up there, and they do a great job. They have a 16-team tournament up there, and I really feel like, northern part of the state, the northern part of the state, basketball teams are really, really good, and I think it'll be a really good test heading into that area play.
Yeah.
During the Christmas holidays, and you could get 2 games in that tournament, or you get 4.
Yeah.
But it's good competition, and Albertville, they've got a great facility. They were some of their facility was destroyed by some tornadoes years ago, but they've rebuilt it back, and it is a super nice facility, and I can't wait to participate in that.
You mentioned area play usually starts in January, and matter of fact, I was looking at the schedule yesterday because I was putting it all in my calendar where I've got to be the whole winter time, and area play really is a 2.5-3 week period right there in the month of January, and we're going to see I think a pretty tough area, especially on the boys' side.
I agree. It's Clark County and Thomasville are both new to the area. Obviously, we
know Escambia.
Yeah, Saraland and BC Rain both moved up to 5A, but it's us and Escambia round out the 4-team area. But, Clark County's basketball team's been ranked number 1 in 3A for the last 2 years, and I got a chance to see them play over the summertime, and they are just every bit as athletic as I've seen.
Yeah, got to see them play out at South Alabama last year in the regional. They had some guys that could just flat out jump,
and they still have them. They do, and they're not real big, but they just get up and down. They are well coached. Kendrick Davis does a great job with them, along with Escambia County, who is the 2-time area defending champion. So if you want to be the champs, you got to beat the champs. So we've got our work cut out for us.
And it's unique in basketball. We're kind of the same in baseball and different sports. There's 4 teams in the area, and you're going to play each of the other 3 teams twice and to decide who's going to be the area champion. And then the winner gets to host the area tournament, and then you move on from there. So all of that happens in January. Really, November and December are setting up that January play, and that's where you're trying to, I don't want to say look forward to, but that's really what you're doing. You're setting it up. You're trying to find out who your team is and who your players are going to be.
Right. And, Todd, the beauty of Alabama high school basketball is, and I hope that we're not at this point, but going into the area tournament right there at the beginning of February, you technically could be 0-22. But as long as you win that first area game,
right.
you have a chance to play for a state championship. And to be honest with you, I told my team that after a conditioning workout 2 days ago. Guys, all it takes is once you win that first area game, you only have to win 5 more games for a state championship. It's not likely, but
and I
it's
don't know
possible.
if it's ever happened, but
I don't think so.
It is possible. You do see a lot of teams with some losing records that make it deep into the playoffs. They play in tough areas or they play tough schedules, and I think we play a tough schedule. I really do. We play a tough schedule. A lot of 6A schools here in the area. No 4As really nearby except our area teams that are north, and so I think we play some tough schedules.
Well, McGill, and if Fairhope, if we play Fairhope before the Thanksgiving tournament, you got possibly McGill, Fairhope, Baldwin County, Foley, and Daphne before you even before December.
Yeah.
So that's 6A right up the board. And but it's obviously it's a great test for our kids. Like you said, it's a bar to see where we're at. Obviously heading into area play, because that's what we will see in area play with a great area that we have.
Yeah, and our area, I think, hosts some what I call athletes. I mean, some really good athletic talent, and I think we've got some. I think we've got some to match with them, and I think I'm excited. I know because I get to watch it all now that my daughter's playing,
right?
And so I enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to it. So. Coach Jimbo Tolbert here with us at halftime. We're talking a little basketball. I think next week I'm going to get Terry Canova up here, the girls basketball coach. We'll talk a little girls basketball. But the way it works here at UMS-Wright, look at the schedule. It's online at UMS-Wright.org. Go there, find the schedule. The girls will usually play their varsity game at 6 o'clock. The boys will play immediately after that at 7:30. JV boys usually play at 4:30. So if you want to come early and catch all 3 games, you can do that for one price, which is kind of a good deal. But that happens pretty much every game, and so come on out and watch some basketball this year.
We're looking forward to it.
One other thing we got to talk about, because your other assignment here at UMS-Wright is the golf coach. And we're going to talk a little bit about the golf tournament. We'll mention that more coming up in a few weeks. But November 18th, Timber Creek, the UMS-Wright Benefit Golf Tournament. It's really going to benefit UMS-Wright and Eddie Holmes Foundation. We're kind of working team to team on that. So that's coming up. I know you're hard at work on that. Tell people how they can get some information.
They can either call me at the school, email me. I will get the information to them as soon as possible. And that's jtolbert at ums-wright.org. And, our goal is to get 30 teams and 100 hole sponsors, and that will take care of our entire golf program, both boys and girls.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that later as we go on down the hopefully in the playoffs. Maybe we can talk a little more golf, and as that tournament gets closer, we'll talk a little bit more about that. So, Coach, thanks for joining us. Good luck to you this season, and we'll be watching.
Thank you very much, and go Bulldogs.
All right, halftime here. UMS-Wright 21, Clark County 0. The teams are back out on the field. Let's take a break. Coach Cleveland will join me back here in the booth, and we'll have the second half. You're listening to the Bulldog Radio Network on News Radio 710 and NewsRadio710.com. Spectacular, I guess, for homecoming here at UMS-Wright. Again, Mary Shannon Wells, homecoming queen. We got to see the whole court out there. The band did a great job. Thank Jimbo Tolbert for coming up and talking to us here at halftime. Next week we'll have girls basketball coach Terry Canova on, as the Bulldog football team will be home again for Week 8 and then go on the road for Weeks 9 and 10, hopefully undefeated in region play, and we'll get set for playoff action. Hard to believe we're talking about that already, playoff action.
It's
playoffs.
Yeah, and teams are positioning themselves now too. That's the neat part about this.
So the Bulldogs of UMS-Wright set to receive the second half kickoff. First time we've seen Clark County kick off from the left side. We could have let that one go. It's a little squibber off the left side. It would have went out of bounds, but covered there by Kendrell Pirine at about the 38-yard line. So the UMS-Wright Bulldogs will have good field position here to start the second half.
Looks like Gus Addison will start at center, and Hollyhead, I think he tweaked that ankle a little bit. So let's see if I don't see Hollyhead coming back on the field.
I don't see him back out here on the sidelines either. So. And we said Christopher Cornelli has not come back out.
Yeah, he's on the sidelines.
Oh, he is on the sidelines down here?
Yeah.
But he has his shoulder pads off, so he will not play the rest of the night. So 2 injuries to key positions there for the Bulldogs.
Hollinghead's on the sideline too.
Gunnar Roach under center. He's going to roll to his left. He's looking to the out route. He's going to hit Dixon out here at the 50. He's going to go up and try to make that catch, and he's going to have to jump high in the air and be taken down. He's going to come flat on his back and knock the ball. The ball's going to get knocked out there, but he landed kind of on his neck. He's slow to get up.
And I see kids do that. He really didn't have to do that. I mean, he didn't have to jump up.
But he went to catch it in his belly instead of reaching up with his hands.
With his hands. And, boy, he took a tough lick there. Man.
He'll pay the price for that incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 now for the Bulldogs. Gunnar threw that was a little high throw right there, too, on the semi-sprint. Didn't get fully squared up on the receiver there. So 2nd and 10 now for UMS-Wright. We've got Bobby Guffins out here wide left. Here comes Grant Barber in motion from right to left. Dixon's going to take the toss, try to beat him to the corner, and he's not going to have anywhere to go. He's going to get strung out all the way out to about the 30. He's only going to get to the 36-yard line. He's going to lose 2, bring up 3rd and 12.
Come on, Grant. You got to make that block, Grant. Yep. If that defender wants to go outside, just keep pushing him outside, and you can't stop. And that's what Grant did. Grant just stopped that time, and it forced TJ to make a decision back there, and it was man.
Here comes TJ Dixon back in the game, which is good to see.
How do I always get to
Troy
and TJ, yeah.
Troy's number 1, TJ's number 2. Always remember 2 letters. Yeah. That's how my daughter taught me how to remember that one. DeAndre Smith goes in motion to the right. Gunner's going to semi-roll to the right. He's going to look down the middle. He's going to hit Bobby. No, Bobby Guffins is going to drop that ball on the curl route. And he tried to go to the ground. I'm not sure what he was doing, but he drops that ball at about the 50. And now they're going to jaw with each other.
And that's
Bobby's got to make the catch. It would have been a first down. Instead, it's going to be 4th down for UMS-Wright, and Christian Pearsall is going to have to go back to punt.
And I just think Bobby was worried about getting hit.
Yep.
And, all young receivers, that's exactly what he's worried about. He was right there in the middle of the zone, and he's just worried about getting hit.
So Christian Pearsall back at about the 21. He'll take the snap. End-over-end kick off the right side. It's going to hit at about the 40. Take a roll down to the 30. It's going to be scooped up there by the return man, and he'll be taken down immediately at the 34-yard line. That's number 16 for the Bulldogs down there covering. That is Gordon Stimson, coach, down making the play.
That's not a very good series right
there.
No,
was not.
First series of the second half. We get a pass caught by TJ Dixon, and he drops the ball after jumping up. Big hit. And then Bobby gets open in the middle of the zone there.
Because I was just thinking to myself, we've got to throw the ball to somebody other than TJ.
Yeah.
And then we do to Bobby, and he can't make the play. Right. So Gunner's got to find some confidence in another receiver here going down at the end of the season. We can't just throw it to number 2 all the time. So Harvey in the shotgun formation for Clark County. Here's the delayed handoff. The back's going to break it. He's across the 50, 40. Is Juwan McDowell going to catch him? No. 30, 20, 10, touchdown. Clark County, so their first play is going to go 65 yards on the handoff up the middle. They trap it. Touchdown, Clark County, and they're right back in this ballgame.
Yeah, absolutely. Just run the trap, just a quick trap right up the middle. And the thing about it is you wonder where your linebacker is on that, but he just went right by the linebacker. He blew past him, and then he got into the secondary tie, and it was all over.
Arian McCray, the senior, 5'10", 170, just went 65 yards on UMS-Wright for the touchdown. First play of the second half here for Clark County at 10:36 to go after the Bulldogs went 3 and out for UMS-Wright. Here's the snap. Kendrell Prerine gets in and gets a hand on it and is going to block that one. So Clark County's going to miss the extra point and score now 21-6.
Boy.
Have a 3 and out on offense, not look very good, and then turn around and give up the big scoring play by the defense because I'm not sure where Sam was on that play. Not sure where he ended up being, but he was nowhere to be found back there at his free safety position.
I mean, we have a quick 3 and out on offense, and then they have a quick 1 and out on offense. It's a quick turnaround. But the extra point's huge. I mean, and I don't understand that. I just don't see ever missing an extra point in high school football today. The kind of kickers we've got. It's repetition. And I don't know if Perine got in and got a hand on it that time. And you could see it. I couldn't see it. But if he did, then that's ample reason to miss it. But
the big tight end for Clark County, Dexter Portis, 6'4", 232. He's the kicker.
Right.
This will be his second kick. He doesn't even put the ball all the way up on the tee. He's got it laying on the ground, resting up against the tee. He was the one that attempted the extra point. But here's the kickoff now for Clark County. He's going to kick it end over end. It's going to come to TJ Dixon at about the 15-yard line. He's going to hit the hole at midfield. He's out across the 35 to the 40. He'll be taken down right there at the 44-yard line. Now the kicker, the one that made the play. Now we got a lot of woofing going on here by Clark County's feeling a little good about themselves after that touchdown.
Well, and TJ's giving it right back to him. I mean, that's just I cease to be amazed sometimes at the bantering that goes back on the football field sometimes, and officials just let it go.
I know.
It's just
first and 10 for UMS-Wright. Gunnar Roach comes up under center. Ball's resting at the UMS-Wright 44-yard line. Here comes TJ Dixon in motion from right to left. We're going to give it to Troy Dixon on the counter back to the right side. He's going to cut it up inside. He's across the 45 and out to about the 49. Dixon started out to the right, cut it back up inside off the block, and he's going to get about 5 on the play, bring up 2nd and 5 now for UMS.
But you know, the one thing as an offensive line coach you can't stand to see is an offensive lineman standing up downfield, and there's a man to block right there, and the man he needs to be blocking makes the tackle. And that's, you know, we had 2 offensive linemen right there standing around number 75, and 75 ends up making the tackle, and 2 offensive linemen sitting there staring right at him.
So as we said, Gus Addison's at center here in the second half. Andrew Howe's in at right guard for UMS-Wright. Dixon's going to come in motion from right to left. We're going to fake the toss to the left. Gunner's going to have pressure. He's going to get forced out of the pocket and go out of bounds at about the 50-yard line. And we got people flying all over the place as they slip down on the AstroTurf. But we're going to give him 1 on the play. Bring up 3rd and 4 for UMS-Wright.
I hope he didn't hurt himself there, because I'm going to tell you that once you hit that AstroTurf, Todd, your feet completely go out from under you.
Well, that's with the cleats on, the hard spikes on for the grass field. And when you hit that concrete with the AstroTurf on top of it, it's like sliding on glass. So Pipkin's in the game for the Bulldogs, carrying the play in. He'll go wide left. Dixon goes wide right. Brett Patterson in the game at tight end, lined up on the right side, I formation. DeAndre Smith lines up on the right. Gunner's going to roll to his right. He's got to avoid pressure. He's going to break a tackle at about the 45. He's into Clark County territory at about the 49-yard line, where he's taken down there. He's going to be short of the first down, so that'll bring up 4th and 3 for UMS-Wright.
Well, we're on the 49-yard line. We look at lead right pass that time, and now we're going to punt it. And he may fake something here now. This is
linebacker Tracy Newton, coach for Clark County, number 12, listed at 6'5", 182, making that play. He's a pretty tall linebacker in there in the middle. They're going to stay in a base defense as UMS-Wright lines up to punt. We're going to shift into a 4 wide out position, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. And a short kick by Gunner Roach is going to drop back. It's going to hit it to 25. It's got end-over-end roll on it. It's going to go inside the 20 and be taken down at a touchdown there at about the 15-yard line. You talk about us giving away from a punt. Their guy didn't have any idea where it was, and T.J. Dixon was trying to push him into it. That would have been a good play if we could have done that. But Clark County will take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. 8:41 to go here in the second quarter. The score, UMS-Wright 21, Clark County 6. So see if we can have a little better defensive series than we did last time.
Well, 2 3-and-outs offensively.
Nope.
And that's not the way you want to start the second half. You go in at halftime, you talk about what you've done well in the first half, try to make some corrections to the mistakes that you made, and you just you
got to wonder what the substitutions up front are affecting us right now on offense. So especially may affect the play calling here in the second half. Harvey, the quarterback, is going to give it to the back off the right side, and he's going to probably get the load here. Great job right there by the Bulldog defense. That's Kyle Pugh coming up and making the play 3 yards deep in the backfield, and that'll bring up 2nd and long now for Clark County.
Hamilton Phillips back in the game. I thought he tweaked his shoulder a little bit, but he's looks like he's okay. He's back in the game. Look over here on the sidelines. We got Quinelli and Christian Hollinghead, both the starting nose and the starting center, both out for the second half. So we kind of got a patched-up lineup here. 2
receivers come wide to the right. Shotgun formation. They're going to throw the quick hitch out here in the flat. It's going to be caught. We're going to have a missed tackle at about the 15. The receiver's going to be out about the 20. But we're going to have an illegal block below the waist out here in the flat, I think, is what we're going to have. And that's on Kyle Pugh, I believe, is who that was on.
Yeah, I thought Kyle got held myself.
Yeah.
Let's see.
They are going to call holding. Yeah. So that happens at about the 16-yard line, so that'll negate that completion and gain there. That would have been – put them in 3rd and short, but now they're going to be in 2nd and long. Mark that off from about the 16-yard line, be half the distance to the goal line. 2nd and now about 18. So see if we can pin them back here, keep them back here deep in their own territory.
Well, you don't have a lot of plays from inside your 10-yard line on 2nd and 18. You're hoping you can pick up at least half of it and give you at least a reasonable 3rd down play.
2 receivers come to the right into the boundary, shotgun formation. They're going to give it to the back off the left side. He's going to cut it back up inside. Good job there by the Bulldog defensive front. Instead of attacking, we just kind of hung out there at the line of scrimmage, waited for him to make a cut back right into number 46. That's Landon Powell. And George Williams there to make the tackle for the Bulldogs.
That's a good job by Landon Powell that time. He kind of he skimmed over a little bit, moved off the nose, and moved over into a head up the guard into what we call a 2, and got head up on the guard and was able to slant inside and did a good job right there stopping that zone read coming over left tackle.
I don't want to tell you, Coach, but Landon Powell goes 5'8", 162, playing nose guard right there for the UMS-Wright Bulldogs. Forrest Sermon at the right tackle. Christian Pearsall over here at the left tackle. No, George Williams is now down in that left tackle position. Hamilton Phillips, we're in a nickel set. They're going to roll to the left and try to hit the flat route. They're going to give him the catch. They are. It's going to be complete, but that was 3rd and long. Had good coverage out there by Juwan McDowell, but that's going to bring up 4th down for Clark County.
Boy, I'm going to tell you, that was a heck of a catch and a heck of a throw. He threw it between 2 defenders right there. It's going to bring up a punt situation, and this is where we've had our most success here.
Good job by the Bulldog defense, though, right there. 3 and out with the penalty help, and we'll get the offense back out on the field, see if we can't get something going.
You know, they've been trying to punt the ball away back here from Dixon, so let's see if see what they try to do now. Maybe they ought to try to kick it right to it.
Dixon at about, he's right on the 40-yard line. He's going to hang out in the middle of the field, and we got a penalty on the play. I think 1, 2, 3.
I was fixing to say, it looks like about 13 people.
They got 12 people on the field.
That's one way to stop it, isn't it?
Yeah. They should be able to cover the punt pretty well. Except I was watching Troy and Western Kentucky last night. Western Kentucky had 12 men on the field and still gave up a touchdown to Troy in the first half last night. Still came back and won the game, though. It was tough loss for Troy there.
Now the punter's got to be careful here.
Yeah, he's right on the end line. If he steps in, if this is a bad snap, he could step out of the end zone. Nope. Quick kick. He gets rid of it. Dixon's going to take it at about the 37.
Oh, no helmet out there. That's got to be a dead ball.
He's going to make a move at about the 30, 25, 20. He's going to pick up a block at the 10, 5, touchdown. He's going to go in for the score. Our best offensive play is a punt return. That one's going to go 37 yards for Troy Dixon, his second of the night.
And there's a flag on the field. He's going to call a touchdown, unsportsmanlike conduct by UMS, and he's going to call Troy for Tony.
Because he stuck the ball out when he crossed the end zone.
Like that, That's unnecessary.
But anyway, the Bulldogs set up the return to the right that time. They had the wall set up. The player from Clark County lost his helmet initially. That was clear up at the line of scrimmage when the block took place.
Yeah.
And but he still covered the punt, which is silly. That's his own fault. And Dixon takes it down the right side, cuts it back to the inside at about the 15-yard line, picked up a block from Sam Petway, and took it into the end zone, but has an unsportsmanlike call. But we'll keep the touchdown on the board, and they'll enforce it on the kickoff.
That's
uncalled for.
That's just uncalled for.
Yeah.
That's just.
And I think all he did was stick the ball. Well, they got 12 men on the field now.
Well, they had a guy chasing him. And
Tom Taylor's kick is up and good. So with 6:41 to go here in the second half, third quarter, UMS-Wright goes up 28-6 on Clark County. Let's take a break. You're listening to Bulldog Radio Network here on News Radio 710 and newsradio710.com.
Now we got.
Kickoff's going to go into the right corner at about the 35-yard line, and the returner's going to bring it all the way out across the 40 to the 50 and into UMS-Wright territory. The kick just wasn't quite high enough that time. The coverage couldn't get down there, and Clark County's able to return it into UMS-Wright territory where they'll take over 1st and 10 from the UMS-Wright 45-yard line.
Well, it was a short kick, but still we had the chance to make the tackle a couple of times. We missed a couple of tackles. Chauncey Collier missed a tackle over there. And that's, that's just fundamentals, and that's just something, and they work on it day after day after day. And It frustrates you as a coach.
6:28 to go here in the third quarter. UMS-Wright 28, Clark County 6. Clark County comes out with two receivers going to go right, one to the left, I formation. No tight end in the ball game now. Harvey, the quarterback, up under center. He's going to give it to the second back through off the right side. He's going to be met right there at a pile. Actually going to run up on the back of his fullback. No gain on the play as Christian Pearsall strips the ball from him, but way after the play. I'm trying to see who clogged that one up down there on the bottom of the pile. That's Forbes Sermon getting up off the bottom. He had the pile started there for the Bulldogs.
Tiff Lyons comes out of there too, and that's then Pearsall's going to sneak in there and take the ball from him.
Tiff Lyons, 5'7", 155, playing the left side defensive end. Hamilton Phillips at the right side defensive end, their outside linebacker. Two receivers going to go wide left, actually three receivers wide left to the field. Here's the snap. He's going to look in the middle of the field. That's a high throw. That's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, you kind of watch their receivers too now, and they run. Their routes aren't nearly as crisp.
Nope.
They've been tattooed back there, and they're real leery about being hit. So that's and that's what's going to happen with young receivers. Wasn't a bad route.
No.
As far as scheme wise, he just didn't finish his route.
So an incomplete pass brings up 3rd and 10 now. Bulldogs go to a nickel set. 3-man rush. Quarterback's going to roll to his left. Forbes Sermon's going to hold him up there, and good job, going to create some interference as George Williams is going to come from the backside and get the sack. Good job by Forbes Sermon, the outside defensive end, going to fight upfield. Quarterback can't get outside of him. George Williams is going to take him down all the way back at the Clark County 47-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down.
That's a great call, Todd, because Forbes Sermon did make that play. That's exactly who made it. He forced everything. He kept on keeping that outside arm free, and the quarterback just kept going, and George was able to chase him down coming from the backside.
The Bulldogs only had a 3-man rush that time, and Forbes Sermon at the right side got up the field and kept the quarterback in the pocket. He tried to roll, and George came back from his backside position and made the play. Here's the snap on the punt. The kick is going to come off to the right. Dixon's going to catch it on the run. He's going to go ahead and try to beat one guy, and he can't do it at the 23. Oh, he is. He's going to break away at the 25. We're going to get a block at the 35. He's across the 40, down inside Clark County territory all the way to the 40-yard line, and somebody threw a great block. Who was that? That was number 11, Tyler Beard, threw the block at about the 33-yard line to spring Dixon, and the Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10 at the Clark County 41-yard line.
That's a great job right there by Dixon. He kept kept driving
fighting
his legs, kept fighting and driving his legs. He never stopped his legs once he was in the grasp, and that's a good job by him.
He's probably got just as many yards on the returning game as he does on the rushing game tonight. So,
well, he's got a pile of them.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
But I think that young man from Clark County took that one in the gut, and he's down.
Yeah, he's hurt. That's
Dr. Jeff McGowan out there helping out. But anyway, punt returns have been the story here tonight for UMS-Wright.
Well, there's no question.
2 touchdowns and great field position twice.
They've opened up. Our offense really this half, we have those first couple of series, we're completely 3 and out, not much going on, and have a couple of good returns. But it's been the story of the game, I think. I think that's what's really opened the game up for us.
Let's take a minute here. We want to thank Jimmy John's. Subs and food up here in the press box. They bring us each and every week. Thanks for their patronage of UMS-Wright football. All of our sponsors that you're hearing tonight on the radio, we want you to take care of our sponsors. We appreciate each and every one of them. For the 2012 football season, the young man's getting up, and he is walking gingerly, shall we say, to the sidelines.
I noticed Preston Dial was here. I hadn't seen Preston in a long time. Preston's here. Of course, he's working in Nashville.
Yep.
And,
I think he's in the real estate business.
And it's good to see him here.
He got picked up by Detroit as an unsigned free agent and didn't make the team last year, but he gave it a shot. Gunnar Roach up under center. Bulldogs go 1st and 10 from the Clark County 41-yard line. They're going to pull and fake it. Gunnar Roach is going to keep it around left end, across the 40, inside the 30, and he'll be taken down at about the 25-yard line. I don't know if he did that on his own or not.
I think it was between him and Terry. And that's what Terry does. Terry will tell the quarterback, he said, call this play, but don't give it to him.
They faked the counter back to the right side, a good fake to Troy Dixon off the right side, and Gunnar Roach kept it around left end. Nobody out here, and he took it for a first down to the 25-yard line. Now this time he'll give it to Dixon on the counter play. Good block that time by Charlie Hahn on the pull. He'll take it across the 25 down to about let's give him the 22-yard line. Let's give him 4 on that play, bring up 2nd and 6.
You know what I liked about what Charlie Hahn did that time, pulling from his left guard position there, he stayed with his – he kept his hat on his man all the way through the play. And even though his man was taking the inside route, Charlie stayed with him, and he took him all the way through the play. That's a good job, Charlie Hahn.
DeAndre Smith was the lead blocker coming from his fullback position. Our problem right now with DeAndre, Coach, he's only carrying 158 up in there as the lead blocker. Now he's going to get it on the counter coming back to the left side on the inside handoff, and he's not going to get anywhere, maybe a yard on the play. Let's give him to the 21. That'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, Will Bain's lucky he didn't get hurt that time. He just kind of standing around watching. They tried to run a tray back over to his side. His job is to block that inside linebacker. He doesn't get the linebacker, and he's standing there, and all of a sudden one of those big linemen come up and knock him down. That's the way you get hurt, just standing around. And Will's had a great year. He's probably is one of the most improved offensive linemen we've had here in a long time.
T.J. Dixon going to go in motion from right to left, I formation. Gunner's going to stand up and throw a swing right out here to Dixon. That's actually a lateral. He'll take it at the 23, make one man miss, but not get by the second one, and he'll be down to the 21-yard line. So no gain on the play. That'll bring up 4th, and actually he's going to lose one on the play, bring up 4th and a long 6.
That's a good job right there by Clark. They did a really good job. I'm surprised we're not kicking a field goal here. There we go. Here we go.
And the official's not going to let us bring the kicking ball on.
Why is that? The
ball boy went out there to hand him the kicking ball, and he waved him off and told him he couldn't do it. So Tom Taylor's going to kick a field goal here. It's going to be placed at the 27. So this will be a 37-yard field goal, and he nails it anyway. No good. It hooked left. Looked like it had plenty of distance.
I imagine Terry might ask about that. I don't understand why he didn't let him kick his own ball there. That's a little different.
That looked to me like it was good, but obviously we can't see from up here. But anyway, missed field goal by Tom Taylor and the Bulldogs at 2:19 to go here in the third quarter. The UMS-Wright up 28-6, and Clark County will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
That puzzles me. That's in every kind of football they let them swap those balls out like that.
So here we go. The Bulldog defense back out on the field. Clark County in the shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right. Quarterback's going to stand up out here to the right and throw the hitch route. Tyler Beard's going to come up and hit the receiver right at the catch, and he's going to fall off of him. Everybody else is going to come and help make the play, but he's going to get about 6 on the play. And Tyler Beard had him initially, put his head down and missed the tackle.
28-6 with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, and they come out on the first play of the second half and have about a 60-yard run?
Yep, 65 he went. Yeah. That's been their only scoring opportunity of the night. Tyler Beard's going to come out of the game. Kendrell P. Ryan in at cornerback. Back's going to take it off the right side and then counter back to the left side. Good job right there by UMS-Wright. I'm trying to see who was on the ground. Getting up, Forbes Sermon's going to make that play, and Tiff Lyon's going to be on top of that one. Hold that one to a short gain. Give him maybe 1 on the play. Bring up 3rd and 4 here for Clark County.
You know, if you're going to run this zone read offense, the quarterback's going to have to run the ball.
Sometime.
Yeah,
he hasn't carried it yet tonight.
No.
And when you only have one back in the backfield, the keys are limited there for the defense. Fullback, tight end to the right. They're going to shift to the left, put him in an unbalance to the left. They're going to give it to the back off the left side. He's going to hit the hole back up inside. He's going to break one tackle, 40, 50. Sam Petway is the only one that can get him, and we're not going to get him. He's going to go touchdown now, Clark County. He's going to take that one all the way from the 25-yard line. That's a 75, 74-yard run right there by the tailback. And he's the player, Coach. He is their only guy, Arian McRae, 5'10", 170-pound senior. He turned it on at about the 40-yard line, makes the score 28-12.
Well, he ran off and left Sam. And
he did.
There's the only other one that Mike could have run with him is Hamilton Phillips, and I don't know if Hamilton was on the field. So that's, we had him hemmed up over on the left side there. It was just a zone read to the left side. And broke a couple of tackles right there at the line of scrimmage and got skirted to the sideline and just outran everybody.
Yeah, officially 74 yards. Clark County's going to call a timeout because they're going to try to go for 2. Down 28-12 with 51 seconds to go here in the third quarter. So that's a big run on third down right there, and that's the second one the Bulldogs have given up. It's just that little counter play. He starts to the right, goes to the left, and we get caught overrunning the play. He cut it back right up inside, and he was off to the races.
Well, I'm going to tell you, the one thing he can do is he can run.
Yep.
That's for sure. He once he got on that sideline, on their sideline, on the far side of the field, he wasn't going to be caught.
So Clark County will go for 2 here to try to get back to within 2 scores of UMS-Wright. And, again, if it hadn't been for the punt returns, the 2 punt returns for touchdowns for UMS-Wright, this would be an even ball game.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Offensively, we hadn't clicked on all cylinders tonight. We really hadn't. We've kind of shot ourselves in the foot several times. We dropped some passes that we had within our grasp, and we dropped a touchdown pass right off the bat over here. Dixon had one right in the breadbasket.
But there's a reason Clark County's 4-0 in the region. So.
That's right. Yeah. Well, they're not going. They're not quitting. They're not showing any kind of quit here. So
they'll line up with a bunch set to the right side. Here we go with the bunch shotgun formation. There's a different back in the backfield. Where's 21? They're going to try to roll to the right, and they were going to throw this all the way across the formation. The slot receiver is going to come all the way across the formation from right to left. The quarterback's going to roll to his right and throw it back to the left side for the 2-point conversion, and Clark County's within 2 scores.
Good call.
Good call. Very good call.
Down there you're going to have man-to-man coverage. Hamilton, who's as fast as anybody we got, that slot guy goes all the way across the formation and gets underneath Hamilton, and the quarterback throws the ball out there where nobody can catch it but the receiver, and that's just about impossible to defend.
Forbes Sermon had some pressure on him and got him late, but he was able to get the ball off, threw a high ball over there in the left-hand corner, and Clark County ran under it. So with 51 seconds to go here in the third quarter, the score now, UMS-Wright 28, Clark County 14, and they got all kind of confidence going on over there.
I'm telling you, look at them, and they come out in the third quarter, and they've they pretty much dominated the third quarter except for the kicks. We've had a –
yeah.
Whew. That's
all right.
Not a good sign. And we're playing with, we got some injured kids.
Yep. Playing with a sophomore now in the game at guard, taking place of a junior center. Had to move senior Gus Addison over to center. We're playing with a nose tackle right now. Landon Powell is a true sophomore.
Todd, one of the contentions that I have about this kickoff return team, and this is not about UMS, about anybody, I like taking all your linemen off the field.
Yeah.
I do. I like putting all your skilled players out there. And I know it breaks up your wedge, but at the same time, they can block the wedge too.
Yeah, Portis to kick for Clark County. He's going to hit a low liner. This is going to be taken by T.J. Dixon this time. He's going to cut it back inside at about the 30 and be tackled right there. And Tyler Beard gets rolled up on. He's going to limp off, but we're going to take over at the 32-yard line.
We got to be careful here now. They're playing with a lot of confidence.
They are.
In every
flying
phase
around.
of the game. Yeah, they are. And so we need to have a good series right here to kind of break this momentum.
All right, so UMS takes over 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. The ball right in the middle of the field. Gunnar Roach comes into the game. He's going to go up under center. DeAndre Smith at the fullback position. Troy Dixon's going to dot the I. 2 receivers come left. Smith's going to come in motion to the left. We're going to roll to the left. Gunner's going to look out here in the flat and hit T.J. Dixon at the 35. He's going to be wrapped up right there immediately, and he's going to be taken down at the 34-yard line. That looked like a late hit.
He was on the ground, and 27 comes up and hits him again. So that's the second time.
Short gain. Let's give him 2 on that play. Bring up 2nd and 8 for UMS-Wright.
He's in the slot. We'll take the wide receiver, and we clear it out. Yeah. He runs the out. And
I think we're going to take this to the end of the quarter. We are. We're inside 15 seconds, and the play clock's at 20. All right, so we're going to go to the fourth quarter. We got a ball game now. UMS-Wright 28, Clark County 14. They've put on 2 big runs here in the second half to put 14 points on the board and get back into this ball game. So we'll go to the fourth quarter here at Cooper Stadium. The score, UMS-Wright 28, Clark County 14. You're listening to the Bulldog Radio Network on News Radio 710 and newsradio710.com. 40 out to about the 42. Bring up third and awfully close to a first down. I can't believe we're not going to get a measurement here.
Well,
they're looking at it.
Yeah.
So 3rd and inches for the Bulldogs. They need this first down here so we can keep this drive going. Smith's going to go in motion from right to left. Going to give it to Troy Dixon off the right side. He's going to make a move back up inside. He's out across the 45, across midfield, and down into Clark County territory to the 45. Good stutter step by Troy right there in the backfield. Avoided the initial contact. First down, UMS right.
That's tailback trap again. Charlie Hahn coming over here and clearing out this side over here, and then just gives you a big gap. You got a good block by Andrew Bradley. Did a good job getting on the middle linebacker, so that cleared out the middle. So good call. I'm like you, Todd. Quarterback sneak right there would probably.
I don't like giving it 6 yards deep to get 3 inches. All right, here goes T.J. Dixon in motion from right to left. We got movement going on up inside. We try to run a little counter to the fullback, all kinds of pressure going up the field, and he's going to lose about 2 or 3 on that play. That's going to knock it back to the 47-yard line, bring up 2nd and 12.
Yeah, that's the old counter Trey where you fake the toss to the right. You have that fullback coming underneath, going back to the left. You pull both guards. You block down on the left side over there. You got Baines and Charlie blocking down. You pull in your right guard, who's a freshman, coming in there. And so, they just got it blown slap up.
So 2nd and 12 for UMS-Wright. Dixon comes wide right. We're going to run toss to the right. He's going to cut it back up inside. He's got a burst at the 45, inside the 40, and down to the 35-yard line of Clark County. Good job right there by Troy Dixon. Gets the first down for UMS-Wright.
Well, and you look over here on the right side, too. Patterson did a great job. Bradley did a good job giving him a seam over here. But that's all about speed right there.
Yeah, he put his foot in the ground and just cut it up inside and had a burst.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of a guy that was here a long time ago, Milan Williams. You watch him. Bam, he hits that hold, and it's right there right now. And that's there's nothing like it. You can't coach it. You can't teach it. It's just a God-given gift. And that's
first 10-10 now for UMS right at the 35-yard line, right hash. Dixon and DeAndre come to the right. The fullback the fullback and the tight end to the right side. Smith's going to go in motion. We're going to run tailback trap again this time to the left side. He's going to cut it back, and he's going to have about 4 on the play down to about the 32-yard line. Bring up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, we're pulling now. We're pulling Andrew Howell over here from right guard. He's trying to kick that end out over there and really did a good job getting there, but he's got to get his head inside there and give us a running lane there. But that's just something that a young guy just learning to play the position.
Well, first time we've seen him all year in a being in the game when it counts or when it matters. So trial by fire here. Tight end right, flanker right. Smith going to come in motion from left to right. We're going to run toss to the right. Dixon's going to get horse-collared at about the 32-yard line there on DeAndre's block. The guy's going to fall off of it. He's going to get to about the 29. They're going to give him 3 on the play, bring up 3rd and about 4.
Kind of a neat scheme there. You got a guard that's covered, and the guard's covered with a 3 technique. You block down with a tackle. You bring Andrew Howell out around there to try to get him out in front. And I'm going to tell you, that's tough, Todd.
It is. That's really tough.
Because really – Dixon's so dadgum quick.
Yeah.
He's running up his fanny. I mean, he really is. He's right there on him, so that's tough for that young offensive lineman.
Trying to block number 70 out there. That's Cordarius Taylor.
Good-looking kid, too.
Yeah, he is. 2 receivers go wide left. Gunner's going to drop back. He's going to throw the swing route out in the left flat to Dixon. He's got a blocker out in front. He's going to catch it at the 30, 35, or down inside the 25 to the 20. It'd be knocked out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. That's Will Baines out there leading on the little screen play back to the left side. First down, UMS-Wright.
Tell you what, that was a heck of a block by Bobby Guthins. You see him come inside and crack back on that on the outside linebacker, and Will Baines was pulling. Bobby had already eliminated that outside guy, and so that gave Dixon a big running lane out there.
So first and 10. Good job by the UMS offense here. Got a nice drive going down to the Clark County 15-yard line. We come up on 7:40 to go here in the 4th quarter. I formation, tight end to the right. Gunner's going to look and throw a fade route down here in the right corner to T.J. Dixon. He's going to go up and catch it at the goal line. Touchdown, UMS-Wright. Great one-on-one effort there by number 2, T.J. Dixon, to go up and take that away from 2 Clark County defenders, and the Bulldogs go up 34-14.
Today kids, when they make a great play, it's all kind of gyrate.
Yep.
It's everything, and that's just a great catch there. Good throw, too. You got to give Gunner a lot of credit there. He threw it right where he could go up and get it. Dixon goes up, makes a good catch there.
Yeah, usually you throw it back to the back pylon. This time he threw it kind of short at the goal line and gave TJ a chance to stop, go up and get it over top the defender. Tom Taylor's extra point is up and good. So 7:32 to go. The UMS-Wright offense does what they need to do. Take the ball, march it down the field 60 yards, put 7 points on the board. UMS 35, Clark County 14.
Good call right there, Todd. They answered the bell. That's exactly what they did after Clark County had kind of come in and taken over the momentum. And then we come out offensively and recapture the momentum. Good job.
And Clark County was playing with all kinds of fire right there after they put the points on the board, went down on the kickoff, made a big hit there on Dixon on the return, and hopefully that kind of took the wind out of their sails. So see if the defense can go out here and shut them down on this drive, and we can put this game away.
Well, this if we can hold them here and get the ball back and then run some clock and just get out of here, that's the thing we want to do. We've already got 2 or 3 kids injured, and I don't know how severe it is, but it doesn't look good for Quinelli. It doesn't look good for Hollinghead because they came out in street clothes in the second half.
So if we can put this one away here in the fourth quarter, next week we've got Andalusia coming here to Cooper Stadium for our last home regular season game of the year. That'll be an interesting one for UMS-Wright. It's been a while since we've played Andalusia, and be a good ball game. So tune in next week for 7 o'clock kickoff against Andalusia. Tom Taylor's kickoff is going to go out of bounds deep into the left-hand corner. That'll be a bone of contention for Terry Curtis as we go to practice this week. Clark County will take over then at the – they're going to make him re-kick it?
No, I was looking at Christian Hollinghead down here on crutches.
On crutches. That's not good.
No, but this is not good either. We're going to give them the ball on the 35-yard line. So
they're going to make us re-kick it.
Huh.
I think I'd have taken it on the 30.
I'm like you. I don't think a kid that can kick it out of the end zone like that.
So the Bulldogs will re-kick. After the 5-yard penalty will be marked off, so Tom will have to kick it from the 35-yard line. So let's see what Terry Curtis and the Bulldogs will do here. See some new faces out there on the kickoff team. No, I don't.
No.
Those same guys are out there.
Jawan and Tyler Beard and Tiff and Chauncey Collier and Sam Petway. Ford Sermon's out there.
Back deep for Clark County. Number 21, their do-all guy, the tailback who's had all the yards for McRae. He's pretty much carried the load for Clark County tonight.
That's why they want him to kick it again.
Yeah.
They want to give him a chance to
give him a chance to kick
it. To break it. That's right.
So I think we'll see the pop-up kick over here to number 8 probably is what we'll see.
That's it.
Yep. Here's the deep one. No, this one's in the middle of the field.
Wow.
McRae's going to take it at the 5-yard line. I know that's a mistake. Yeah. But he's going to have to stop at about the 25. He's going to be hit there, break a tackle. We're going to miss another tackle at the 35. He's across the 40, 45, down to about the 40 of UMS-Wright, where Tom Taylor's going to have to make the play at about the 36-yard line.
I'm going to tell you, I wouldn't want to be Tom Taylor coming over here right now. I can promise you. You don't want to kick the ball in the middle of the field. Chauncey Collier's getting an earful. Yeah, he obviously missed a tackle there. But you don't kick the ball in the middle of the field. That's
a no-no.
Yeah.
So Clark County takes over with 7:17 to go here in the fourth quarter. Score UMS-Wright 35. Clark County 14. Just when you felt confident there, you had a chance to kind of put this one away. They have some field position here, and they can get back to within 2 scores.
Tell you what, he is a pretty good football player.
He is.
Yeah, he's exciting to watch.
He's limping around a little bit though. He's carried the mail quite a bit here tonight, and feeling a few licks he's taken. So.
But I bet if you give it to him, he won't.
Harvey, the quarterback, up under center, and they're going to have a delay of game. This is their second delay of game coming off the sidelines.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if they're not paying attention, but the clocks are fairly visible here, and they're going to cost them 5 yards. That'll take it back to the 41-yard line, 1st and 15. Sam Pipes into the game for UMS-Wright.
Yeah, Tiff had to come off. He's got something in his eye he can't see, so he's off the playing field. Stacy's looking at him down there now.
2 receivers go wide right, 1 to the left. They're going to run toss to the right. They can pull both guards out in front. See Christian Pearsall is going to make the tackle from behind, and George Williams is going to hit him low. Gets him back to the original, just short of it. Going to bring up 2nd and about 11.
That's a good thing. They tried to run the toss. Like you said, they pulled both guards there, and instead of him staying on the edge, he tried to cut it back up in there where all the traffic was, and that was good for UMS because he went where there was a lot of enemies. There's a lot more friendly foes out there on the right side.
Play action pass this time. Harvey's going to look, try to roll to his right. He's going to throw it to the back out into the flat out on the right side. It's going to be complete for a short gain. Let's give him 2 on that, down to the 35-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd and 9. Big play right here for the Bulldog defense. See if we can't force them off the field. Well, they'll go for it. It'll be 2-down territory. Here comes Tift Lions back in the game.
Sam Pipes did a good job that time. He forced everything back inside there and maintained leverage over there. Good job by Sam.
3 receivers are going to come wide left. Number 2's a big. They list him at 5'11". He looks a lot bigger than 5'11". Looks like he's about 6'2".
They
out
like
here.
to throw to him.
Play action pass. He's going to try to throw it. There he is on the little hitch route inside. He got in behind George Williams, and George couldn't find him. He makes the play, and Sam Petway and KJ Treywick are going to have to make that tackle at about the 22-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10 for Clark County.
You know, you watch them on film, and you look at them, 3rd down, a lot of 3rd downs. They're looking for 2 just about every time. So they put him in the middle of right there in the slot, and he just runs really just a little hitch, stop, whatever you want to call it.
Finds the seam in there behind the linebackers, throwing a catch, 1st down. Toss sweep this time to the right. Going to get turned back inside by Hamilton Phillips, but he's going to miss the tackle. George Williams is going to be over there to force him back inside again, and the running back's going to fall down at about the 20-yard line. Let's give him 4 on that play, bring up 2nd and 6.
I'm going to tell you now, McRae does a good job following his blockers.
He does.
He gets his hand right up there on their hips, and he just kind of pushes them one way, and he goes with them. And Hamilton really had a good job, had an opportunity that time to make the play. He kind of slid to the outside there.
McRae cut it up inside of him.
Yep.
True fullback in the game now, I formation. 2 receivers to the right. They're going to fake the play action. Forbes Sermon's going to chase Harvey out into the left flat, and it's going to force him to throw a bad pass. They tried to hit the fullback out in the left flat. Good job by Forbes Sermon getting up the field. Harvey throws a bad pass, incomplete, 3rd and long.
That's a great job by Forbes right there. Tried to kind of run the naked bootleg that time, and Forbes didn't leave. He stayed right at home. And, that looked like a pass that one of our little 7th graders might throw right there. He just kind of pushed it out there.
Couldn't get his shoulders around, kind of threw it into dirt. Brings up 3rd and 7. Ball's at the 19-yard line. 3 receivers come wide left again, shotgun formation. Harvey's going to roll to his left. Not a good job by Kyle Pugh. He went inside of that block, and he threw a late pass out in the corner, out in the flat out here, and Juwan McDowell was looking for a pick 6, knocks it down, going to bring up 4th down.
Boy, I don't know what Kyle's thinking right there. He goes inside. He's got outside contained. He goes inside there, makes it real easy for the quarterback to get outside. And then the quarterback throws the ball, and Juwan's got 90 yards in front of him in grass, and he just couldn't come up with it.
So 5:03 to go here in the 4th quarter. UMS-Wright up 35-14. 4th down now for Clark County. We need to stop. Get them off the field here.
Well, find 2 and 8.
Yep. 2 receivers come wide left, 2 to the right. They don't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage over here. Quarterback's going to throw this jailbreak screen to the right. It's going to be a touchdown to number 8. Yep. Jailbreak screen back to the right side. The hitch route. Both linemen go out in front and block. Touchdown, Clark County. That was too easy.
Yeah, that was. I mean, they just completely had us outnumbered over there. We had a slot to the field over here, and they throw the jailbreak over to the right side. I didn't see a red jersey.
Nope. But they didn't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage here on the left side. Neither receiver was up on the line of scrimmage, but the referee didn't call that. And so here's the extra point attempt. This one's going to be blocked very easily that time, but I see a flag on the play. Illegal procedure by Clark County. That'll be declined. Did Juwan McDowell get that one?
Yeah, he did.
He did that one. They brought in a new kicker this time to try to make the extra point, and Juwan could have picked that one up off the tee.
Yeah.
It took him a while to kick that one. But we get the block. So with 4:56 to go in the 4th quarter, the score, UMS-Wright 35, Clark County 20.
Well, you got to put your hands team on the field now because that's where we'll be going. They'll be onside and they're doing something, and I'm sure they got the Bayside film. I think that they can probably do the same thing.
This game's gotten a little sloppy here at the end.
Yeah, it has, and that's you see the little mistakes. It's like the mistake that Kyle Pugh made right there. Those are things that you work on time and time and time again. You go inside, you break containment. It gives him a chance to break containment. He's got a chance to either run the ball in or throw it in. Instead, he throws it. Really, we had a chance to intercept that ball. But those little things, those are the things that championship teams just don't do.
The hands team's out on the field. I see Gunnar Roach out there, Tiff Lines, Juwan McDowell, DeAndre Smith, Grant Barber. TJ and Troy Dixon both out. Hamilton Phillips, Kendrell P. Ryan. But they've got a new kicker in the game, and he doesn't know which side to go to kick it. That's number 52, Coach. That's the center, Dustin Higgins.
He must be their own side specialist.
Yeah, he's the one that tried the extra point down here and was not successful. So he's going to bring it all the way over to the left hash. He's obviously going to try to kick it to the right hash, where they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys over there lined up to go cover the kick.
You know, Todd, they don't get full utilization of the price that they paid for that tee.
No, they do not. They lean the ball up against it.
So
here's the kick. It's going to go low liner on the ground. I don't think it went 10 yards.
It went out of bounds.
And it went out of bounds at the 49-yard line. So the Bulldogs will take over right there. Coach, question. Do you not have to have 4 people to the one side of the kicker?
You're supposed to.
They only had 3. That's illegal formation. I thought you had to have at least 4 to try to prevent injury.
And I think that's what I thought he was telling Terry that, but he didn't throw a flag.
No, he didn't. I may be wrong on that,
but
I just
know
remember,
that's a college rule.
Yeah, I know it's a college rule too.
So
that's what I was just questioning. I don't know if that's the case in high school.
I may be confusing my college rule. And
doing too many games. You got to go all the way to Jonesboro, Arkansas. Woo, that'll be a long drive for you.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Missed my golf game on Sunday, I can tell you that.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from their own 49-yard line. Counterplay to Troy Dixon. He's going to leap over 1 defender, carry 2 more into Clark County territory down to the 46. We'll get 5 on that play. Troy is carrying the mail tonight for UMS-Wright.
Well, you know, and that's literally what he was doing that time. He carried that guy about 3 yards with him on his back. That's not very good tackling by Clark County, but you know, if you're going to ride him like that, you better buy a ticket, pal.
Yeah, Troy coming up on 150 yards here on the night as we come up on 4:20 to go here in the 4th quarter. I'm sure he'll get it a couple more times. He's dotting the I deep. TJ's going to go in motion from right to left. Going to give it to DeAndre Smith on the fullback trap, and their nose guard runs right by the play. Smith's going to carry it for a first down to the 40-yard line.
Well, I can promise you, Bullet has called that play 100 times tonight because I can promise you that is his favorite play of all time.
Gerald Jones, the fullback coach for UMS-Wright, otherwise known as Bulletto.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for UMS-Wright from the Clark County 40-yard line, middle of the field. Here comes Bobby Guthin's going to carry the play in. I don't think we'll see another pass.
No, I think we're in what they call that 4-minute mode.
Yep.
You're just trying to get first downs.
Dixon going to go in motion from right to left. Troy Dixon, the lone back. We're going to toss it to him off the left side. They get pressure up the inside. Defensive end is going to come free and make the play. Dixon's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, though, and we've got a helmet loose. And number 6 is going to have to go off the field. We got 2 helmets down for Clark County. They're going to have to make some major substitutions here.
And I like the rule, Todd. I like that when those hats are coming off. I think those, and really, I think when a hat comes off of a player, I don't know how you stop him.
Yeah.
But we had that happen earlier tonight on a kicking play, and that scares me a little bit.
So 2nd and 10 for UMS-Wright. Gunner's going to toss it to Dixon off the right side. He's got a block, cutting it back up inside, and then tries to get back outside. He's going to turn and fall across the 35 down to about the 34-yard line. I was trying to do a spin move there. I think he got his feet caught up on him. He's going to be close. Let's give him 6. Call it 3rd and a long 4, maybe 5.
You know, Brett Patterson's been thrown into that tight end role. He just moved from an interior line.
Yep.
He's done a really good job. Did a good job that time, reaching that defensive end there, getting his fanny squared, getting his shoulders turned, and did a good job of blocking that end. And you can't run that tall successfully unless you've got a tight end that can block that defensive end in front of him.
Yeah, and if we don't have Christian Hollingshead next week, let's just don't see if we see 52 back on his jersey next week and Patterson go back to guard.
Right.
Here's the isolation play off the right side, and there's going to be nowhere to go for Troy Dixon that time. Charlie Hahn gets beat to his inside, and it's going to be maybe a short gain of 1. Bring up 4th down for UMS-Wright. A timeout is going to be taken by Clark County. So we'll take it with them as we wind down the 4th quarter. 2:08 to go. The score, UMS-Wright 35, Clark County 20. You're listening to Bulldog Radio Network on News Radio 710 and newsradio710.com. The middle 30, 25, 20 is going to break a tackle, 10, 5, touchdown. So on 4th and 4 for UMS-Wright from the Clark County 34-yard line, we run a halfback trap up inside, and Dixon's going to go 35 yards for the touchdown. They got two players that are slow getting up, and that's going to put Troy close to 200 yards on the night.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's a good call right there.
I was thinking it'd be a pass just like you were, too. I was thinking screen or something like that, but no such luck. The guy that got trapped was slow getting off the field, and the Bulldogs of UMS-Wright 41, Clark County 20. Good call right there on fourth down. That was a heartbreaker right there for Clark County. Here's the snap. The extra point is up, and Tom's kick is good. So with 1:57 to go, that makes the score UMS-Wright 42, Clark County 20. Good answer right there by UMS-Wright.
That sure was, Todd. Good call there. That's a call that I didn't expect.
I didn't expect it.
They obviously have seen something that they.
Well, they're taking advantage of that pressure of Clark County defensive front getting up the field quickly. They run a tailback trap, and that's the first. We haven't ran that much this year. I've seen that tonight more than I've seen it any other time. And Troy's moves himself up to about 5 yards deep. He hits it quick. And they got on that middle linebacker that time, and he was off to the races.
Well, that's the play that we used to run a lot with Chris Dukes.
Yeah.
That was we'd get the ball to him a little bit deeper. But the thing about it is we would run it out of the I backfield.
Yeah.
We didn't do it out of F2 or F5. And really you could trap with either your guard or your tackle, whoever was uncovered. So that was – but you get the ball a little deeper.
Yeah. Well, what it gives UMS-Wright is that third play off that F formation or that wing back, putting the fullback in the wing where we've been running the counter and the toss. Now we're going to run a trap out of it. Give somebody – you got to keep those inside guys honest, and that'll just open up the toss later on. So the Bulldogs to kick off of UMS-Wright. Tom Taylor's kick's going to go deep into the left-hand corner. That's a much better kick, taking it the 1 yard line. Kendrell Perine is going to come through untouched. I had my eye on him all the way down through there. He broke through 2 blocks. He's going to make the play at about the 15-yard line. Put the smack on him right there.
Well, he hit him.
He hit him hard. And they both got up slow.
Woo.
That's good for Kendrell Perine, though, that coach. That's the hardest hit I've seen him put on anybody in 2 years.
He's coming wobbling over to the sideline. Stacy needs to check him out.
Yeah, but McCray went off too, Coach. He's got his helmet off. He went to the sidelines. Their running back's done. He says, I've had enough of that.
Wow, that's the best lick of this game, I can tell you that.
So Clark County takes over 1st and 10 from the 15. I formation. Give it to the second back through this time, and that is Christian Pearsall going to meet him right when he gets the ball. No gain on the play, bring up 2nd and 10.
It's fun to see kids have success. Christian Pearsall's played a lot of different positions.
Yes,
he's played split out, split the end. He's played in the secondary.
Nose guard.
Yeah, he's found him a home up there, and his quickness is really helpful to him up there.
Playing that right side defensive end position. Toss sweep now to the right, this time by Clark County. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Bulldogs out there. The ball's going to come out late. UMS-Wright's going to strip it. Are they going to get it? They are. Good job right there by the Bulldogs. I think Tyler Beard's going to force that fumble. He's going to come up as the running back was standing up, pull it out, and it's going to be recovered by the Bulldogs. I wonder who got that.
I don't know, but that's a good job of stripping. They were over there. Somebody had him held up over there, and the first guy was tackling him, and the next guy comes in and is trying to strip it. I see Henry Van Hannigan coming in at tailback there, so that's
Grant Barber. Here comes Johnny Thornton in at the 1:07 to go here in the game. UMS-Wright 42-20 over Clark County. We're going to get the whole second-team offense in the game. And the starting offense is going to get a round of applause. That's a good job.
Well, they came out after the first 2 series and did a pretty good job. But
Johnny Thornton up under center. This could get ugly for Henry, though, the tailback.
Boy.
Henry's going to – no, they're going to give it to the fullback on the trap. Champ White's going to take the ball. He's going to be hit right there at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Bring up 2nd and maybe 9. Maybe give him 1 on the play.
Yeah, we'll have to run one more play.
Yes. Walker Watts in at tight end position. Here comes Chauncey Collier back in. Here comes number 20 into the game for UMS-Wright. Tailback, Timothy Shaw.
Timothy Shaw. He'll probably play fullback. We'll run one more, and that'll be it.
Yep.
No, Timmy Shaw's back there at tailback. That's
Champ White at fullback. We got one receiver to the right. That's number 13 for UMS-Wright. That's Easton Russ. Johnny Thornton under center. He's going to give it to Shaw off the right side, and there's all kinds of pressure that time by this isn't really fair because you got the starting Clark County defensive line in there against that freshman offensive line, and it's tough. But they're going to give him the 25. He'll lose about 3 or 4 on that, and that'll do it for the Bulldogs here tonight. So UMS-Wright comes out in the second half, puts another 21 on the board. They're going to double it up, 42-20, the final score here at Cooper Stadium. Let's take a break, and we'll be back to wrap this one up. You're listening to the Bulldog Radio Network here on News Radio 710 and NewsRadio710.com.